Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to episode number 14 of the Seattle Mariners franchise here on MLB The Show 23, where today the Mariners will start off by playing home to the Oakland Athletics before welcoming the Pittsburgh Pirates later in the episode. If you're excited for this one as we get ready to conclude the month of May soon, make sure you drop that like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. I appreciate all the support recently. It's been very nice and I couldn't do this without you guys. Logan Gilbert will be taking the mound for the Mariners. His teams have met once this season, where Oakland took 2 of 3 back in Oakland earlier this month. Mariners have not forgot about that as they look to start the day with Tyler Wade, who comes into the game only 1 for 8 on the season. He will fly out to center for Julio Rodriguez, and we'll take a look at this A's lineup. A's very much a struggling team. You can see Tony Kemp up next, Elizmus Diaz, followed by Seth Brown, Connor Capel, Brent Rooker, Ramon Laureano, who has really been struggling the past couple of weeks, Denzel Clark making his MLB debut, and then Manny Pena. Tony Kemp up next is going to flare one to center as well, where J-Rod's going to get underneath that one. And then Elizmus Diaz up next, 2-2 pitch, can't connect on the fastball, and Gilbert goes 1-2-3. On the mound for the A's will be Ken Waldachuk, who's making his 8th start of this season, but this is his first start since May 6th. It's been about 3 weeks since Waldachuk's taken the mound. He has not been injured. I think he's just been relegated to bullpen duties, but nonetheless, the A's felt comfortable putting him on the mound today, and he begins by giving up a single to Colton Wong, and then a single to J.P. Crawford, who slaps this one through the right side of the infield. Back-to-back singles for the M's to start the day, and that's going to bring up Ty France up next as J.P. Crawford extends his hit streak to 10 games. First pitch swing is France. He's going to hit this one out to right field. That's going to be caught out there and for the first out of the day. And we'll take a look at how the Mariners will line up your usual starters for the M's in this one, who have been playing incredible baseball this month. As we've seen Wong, Crawford, France, Rodriguez, Hernandez, Pollock, Suarez, Haggerty, and Tom Murphy. Suarez with 15 RBIs last month got off to a hot start. Really hasn't done much this month as well. Hopefully he can turn that around. J-Rod's going to first pitch swing. He's going to perfectly lace one into left field. Wong is going to be sent home, and the play at the plate is offline, and the Mariners have the first run of the ball game. An RBI single from Julio Rodriguez, who leads the team with ribbies. Teoscar Hernandez up next apparently can't hold his swing to say he went around for the second out of the inning. A.J. Pollock up next, first pitch. He's going to list this one into left field, but it's right at Clark. So the Mariners get one in the first. We're going to go all the way to the 5th inning now, where Connor Capel will step up. He popped out back in the second, his first at bat. He gets a full count pitch, and Capel is going to round this one over to short, and he will record the first out of the 5th. How about Brent Rooker up next? 1-0 pitch to him. He's going to fly this one to deep center, where Julio is going to get underneath it. And that's going to be quickly 2 down as Gilbert continues his dominant day. And then Ramon Laureano, full count pitch, draws a walk. Nice eye inside on the 4-seamer that misses. So I'll put him on first for Denzel Clark, making his MLB debut today. And he's going to hit this one out to right field, where Hernandez is going to let it drop. And that is the first hit in the career of Denzel Clark, called up just a week ago, May 17th. And that's a baseball that he is going to get to save. You always love to see new players in the MLB make a milestone. Manny Pena up next back to the game will draw a walk. So that'll be bases loaded now for Tyler Wade in the top of the lineup. Now only 1 for 10 on the season. Now would be a good time to get hit number 2 as he gets a 1-1 pitch. Chop it over to the left side of the infield. Suarez is going to go the short route to second, gets the man, and the A's leave them loaded. We'll stay in the 5th inning now. Bottom 5, Sam Haggerty leading off for the Mariners, and he can't check his swing in time. He's the first out of the inning. Tom Murphy got catcher duties today, and he will draw a walk. Looks at a fastball low. That'll put him on first base for the top of the lineup. Colton Wong up first. He's not going to waste any time. Slaps a fastball into left center for a base hit. And Murphy's actually going to go all the way to third, get on his horse, and he's going to make it there. So nice hustling by the catcher. Puts runners on the corners for Ty France and a little bit of a hit and run. And France is going to get the out, but the Mariners actually did score Murphy. We missed that highlight. I'm sorry about that one. So 2 down now, runners on second and third for J-Rod, and he's going to pop out into foul territory. So France did get, it was Crawford who got the RBI in the inning to make it 2-0 for the Mariners. Danny Jimenez will check in for the A's next in the 6th, and he starts off his day by striking out Teoscar Hernandez, high inside fastball. Full count to Pollock. He can't lay off a slider well outside the plate. A garbage pitch to swing at by Pollock. And helps Jimenez get 2 down, but then a slider up top is going to leave hanging for Suarez, who gets a base hit into center, hoping Suarez could get that average up, and that will help. Next is Sam Haggerty. First pitch to him. He gets a hanging slider, and he does the exact same thing. Basically the same pitch results in the same thing. 2 singles for the Mariners with 2 outs. To the next, Tom Murphy, who can't lay off a slider. This time it is down and away, and it gets Murphy to chase. Diego Castillo now comes in for the Mariners. He's got the ERA down to 3.91. It used to be up in the 5, so he's done definitely better, but still not perfect, as Connor Capel will start off the 7th inning by getting an automatic double that hop skips over the wall. So he's on second base. Brent Rooker up next. Chopper over to third. Suarez blocks it and does make the throw over to first. How about Ramon Laureano? Can't connect. Low inside sinker. Nasty pitch by Castillo to go 2 down now for Denzel Clark. Trying to get his second now hit of his career. It's not going to happen here as it is flown out to Hernandez. And that'll end the top of the 7th. Bottom 7 now, Sam Moll, the lefty, comes in for the A's. He gets the first 2 now. Now Ty France gets 1, 2, 3 innings. So Moll comes in and does his job. He gets through the 7th. Now it's time for our newest acquisition, Yency Almonte, making his first appearance in a Mariners uniform. He's tasked with setting up the 8th inning at a 2.59 ERA in 19 games with the Dodgers. Earlier this season, we traded left field prospect Gabriel Gonzalez for Almonte, and his very first pitch as the Mariner is a single into center, so not the start you'd like to see for him in that white uniform. Next batter, Tyler Wade, pops up into shallow left center, as that'll be an easy out for Rodriguez, who comes in and makes the play. How about Tony Kemp? 3-1 pitch. Fastball just misses. Doesn't get any favors there. That'll be 2 on now. Only 1 out for the heart of this lineup. Former Astro Ledmus Diaz up next. He grounds to Crawford, and they go the double play. 6-4-3 gets the Mariners out of the inning. Still scoreless are the A's. As we'll go bottom 8 now, Domingo Acevedo in relief for the Athletics. He's been one of their better relievers of the season. He has 2 down now for A.J. Pollock, who laces one to the left. Yes, I might have just jinxed Domingo Acevedo, the caster curse, as that is a solo shot for A.J. Pollock. Gives the Mariners another insurance run here in the 8th inning. His 7th home run of the season, 105 miles an hour off of the bat. This is now 3-1, or 3-0, excuse me, in favor of the Mariners. Next batter, Eugenio Suarez, can't connect on the low slider, but the Mariners now lead by 3. And it's another save opportunity for Andres Munoz, who has been perfect on the season. 17 for 17 in saves this season. He begins the 9th against Seth Brown, who was 0 for 3 in the day. Last at bat was a ground out in the 6th, but he's going to get the 9th started with a nice hit out to deep left that cuts away from Pollock and bounces over the wall. An automatic double for Brown. So he's on second. And then Connor Capel up next will line this one into right center. And that's going to be an RBI single for Capel. The 5th round pick back in 2016 out of Seven Lakes High School gets the RBI and breaks the 0 for the Athletics. The next batter, Brent Rooker, is going to ground this one into a 3-6-1 double play. A quick 2 outs. And the Athletics now down by 2. And it all relies on Ramon Laureano. 0 for 2 on the day. Did walk back in the 9th. There's no 1 pitch to him, and he grounds this one over to short. Crawford fields it, throws over to first, and that's going to do it for this one. The Mariners win by a final score of 3-1. Good pitching all around for the M's. Munoz did allow a run, but he does get his 18th save of the season. As the Mariners jumped out early and never looked back, continue to play white hot in the month of May. The Mariners got to probably be the best team in baseball in the month of May. Gibber gets the win, Waldachuk the loss, Munoz the save, and player of the game is going to go to Logan Gilbert in his 6 innings of work as we take game 1 of this 3-game set. Game 2, we also win by a final score of 4-2. J.P. Crawford, who's been hitting very well recently. He went 1 for 3 with a solo shot, and this one continues that hot play for him. Before we get to Game 3, I was looking at the waiver wire, and I saw Cole Raggins on it. The Rangers have decided to designate him for an assignment, put him on waivers. He's a 58 overall C potential. Nothing that's really going to make a major league impact, but if there's one thing this team needs, I think it's depth at the relief pitcher position. So we're actually going to put a waiver claim on Cole Raggins, see if we can get him. We sweep the Athletics 2-1 in Game 3 as Flexen goes 6 1/3 against the win. And actually, my apologies, this is a 4-game set, so we have not swept them. And we actually do get the claim on Cole Ragans. Game 4, we lose 6-0, a 3-spot in at the 9th for the Athletics, but Paul Blackburn complete game shutouts for the A's gives them their win of the series. And since we've gotten a claim on Cole Ragans, we are going to move him to Double-A, so that is where he'll start his Mariners tenure. Maybe he becomes something, maybe he doesn't, but he's only 25, so I thought maybe let's take a shot. To make space for him on the 40-man roster, we're going to DFA Juan Finn if he gets claimed, so be it. But, I mean, D potential 61 doesn't really have a future right now. Second half of this episode will be a home stint against the Pittsburgh Pirates. 3 games at home against the NL Central 20-29 Pirates. The Mariners coming out here. It's Friday at home, so they're going to be wearing their City Connects. And it's a big day for the Pittsburgh Pirates because Henry Davis, the #1 overall pick back in 2021 out of Louisville, will be making his major league debut. We've seen a lot of debuts today for our opposing teams. George Kirby is on the mound for the Mariners. Had a very solid season so far, making his 10th start of the season. It'll be Brian Hayes stepping into the batter's box for the Pirates to begin the day. And he's going to ground this one up the middle through the legs of Kirby. Crawford fields it, throws it to first, and they call him safe. Very close play. And actually, it's a challenge on the way. Mariners taking some time. They got 15 seconds to make a move. They're going to want to see one more replay of this. And it looks like a tie. As close as it gets, the Mariners are not going to waive a challenge here, so they'll say a single for Hayes. So that'll put him on first. Connor Joe will then fly out to right. Then we'll take a look at the Pirates lineup. We've seen Hayes. We've seen the former Rocky Connor Joe. Up next will be Brian Reynolds, followed by the speedy O'Neal Cruz, Andrew McCutchen, who's back in Pittsburgh, back in the 5-hole, G-Man Choi, then Rodolfo Castro, then Henry Davis, and then Tucupita Marcano in left. Ryan Reynolds up next. First pitch swing. He's going to ground this one through the right side of the infield, and that's a 1-out single for the Pirates, who now have 2 on for O'Neal Cruz. Cruz is going to do the exact same thing, chop it through the right side of the infield. They're going to send the runner home. Hayes, close play at the plate, throws a little offline, and Raleigh can't make the tag. And the Pittsburgh Pirates strike first early here in the first. It's 1-0. Welcome back, Andrew McCutchen to Pittsburgh as he hits a full count pitch deep to left field. All the way at the track was Pollock. That's deep enough to allow Reynolds to move to third. So now runners on the corners, 2 outs for G-Man Choi. Hitting .306 on the season, hits this one to center, but Rodriguez is going to get there to put it away, and that'll end the first inning. We'll save the second with the Pirates because here is Henry Davis making his first ever at bat as a Pittsburgh Pirate. He hits this one to right field. Hernandez dives but can't make the play. And again, we get to see another rookie get his first major league hit. The Pirates are hoping this is one of many for the former #1 overall pick. So he's on first base. Marcano up next, and he's not going to stay at first base for long because this is going to be a 1-6-3 double play that ends the second. On the mound for the Pirates is Luis Ortiz, who's making his first start of the season. He made 4 last year for the Pirates, 4.50 ERA through 16 innings of work. Recently called back up to the big league club, and he will get the nod today. Here's the lineup for the Mariners. Same guys you saw last time, except you just sub out Raleigh and Moore. Into the lineup, out goes Murphy and Haggerty. Mariners haven't hit the ball recently very well. They've been relying on their dominant pitching, but they've been winning ball games. Bottom 5 now as we get all the way to the 5th inning, and J-Rod gets a single in the middle, and that's because that's the first hit of the day for the Mariners. They went all the way into the 5th inning without getting a base hit. Next pitch is a pitch out, but it doesn't matter. J-Rod's going to steal the base. He's actually in the top 5 in the American League in stolen bases. That'll be another one to his tally. And later that bat, Hernandez grounds it to second. That moves J-Rod to third. So just like that, 1-out runner on third for Eugenio Suarez, who looks at ball 4. So I don't put him on first, but it puts the double play into effect. It's A.J. Pollock. He hits this one to the left side, and they're going to do just that. 5-4-3 double play, and the Mariners still scoreless through 5. Ortiz pitching dominant for the Pirates. We'll stay with them at bottom 6 as Cal Raleigh leads off, and the big dumper has a single into left field to begin the inning. Dylan Moore up next, 3-2 slider, punches it to center, and that's going to hang up just nicely for Brian Reynolds to record the first out of the 6th. Next to the top of the lineup, Colton Wong perfectly laces this one to deep right center, back all the way at the wall, and Reynolds makes the grab. crashing into the wall. 2 outs now. Beautiful play by Reynolds, perfectly timed by Wong. That's just good defense. So now 2 outs, and Crawford's actually going to hit this one down the left field line. It actually gets all the way into the corner. That's a 2-out double for J.P. Crawford. So now 2 runners in scoring position for the Mariners. And it's Ty France, the all-star from a year ago, hitting .321 this month. We could use a big hit right here. He steps into the batter's box. 0-2 pitch. Ortiz deals. Fastball past the glove of the second baseman into right center, and that is going to not only tie the ball game, it's going to give the Mariners the lead. 2 RBI single for Ty France. Comes through clutch again. That is the all-star that we've come to love for this squad. That'll be it for the inning. That was Julio Rodriguez will ground out the third. And we'll turn it over to Penn Murphy here in the 7th inning. He's looking for his first all-star appearance. He's pitched very well so far this season. Former Tampa Bay Ray G-Man Choi will lead it off. 1-1 pitch to him. Chopper over to Suarez. Nice glove over there by Eugenio to record the first out of the 7th. Next up, Castro can't connect on the outside fastball. Only 90, but Murphy has had impeccable control of his pitches this season, and then gets the sinker to pop up to right, and Murphy again with another 1-2-3 inning of this season. We'll go into the bottom half of the 7th inning now. Chase DeYoung will be on the mound for the Pirates, making his 29th appearance of the season. As the righty will get the first out, and then you'll have Eugenio Suarez up next, who hits this one to right field. So quick 2 down for the Mariners. Then A.J. Pollock 3-1. Looks like a circle change down and away, so that'll draw a 2-out walk. And Cal Raleigh up next, can't connect. High inside fastball, gets him to swing through it. So it's still 2-1, and we're going to go to our setup man, Paul Sewald, this time in the 8th inning. 2.84 ERA for him. Starts off the 8th inning, gets Marcano and gets a lucky call. That was not a strike, but the umpire gives it to him as out number 1. Here Brian Hayes next. Fastball punches it to right. That's going to get down. A nice stab glove by Hernandez to prevent extra bases. So I'll keep him on first, and we're going to put Samad Taylor there. Pinch runner coming in for the Pirates, get a little more speed on the base pass. As Joe grounds this one to second, Wong's going to make the play over to second, but only gets 1. So Taylor's out, and now Joe is on first, and he's going to be taken off first because another pinch runner comes in for the Pirates. Matt Frazier gets the call. Brian Reynolds up next, 2 outs, hits this one deep to right field. All the way at the track is Hernandez, and he just has enough room. Pirates so close to taking the lead, but all for naught. So go bottom 8 now. Robert Stevenson comes in for the Pirates, just trying to keep this one a run deficit. He'll start off against Dylan Moore. 1-0 pitch to him. Slider hits this one to center, but not going to get down as Reynolds will make the first out of the inning. Colton Wong up next. Slider up high. Nice pitch to drive, but he just pops this one up lazily into foul territory. Now 2 down for the Mariners. And then J.P. Crawford up next looks at strike 3. So the Mariners do not get any insurance here in the 8th. So it's a 1-run lead for Andres Munoz. Now at 19 saves on the season. That's actually tied for the lead in the American League. Trying to get the solo lead as he gets going for save number 20. But he gives up a base-leading single to begin the inning. McCutcheon up next, 0-2 pitch to him, and he's going to hit this one deep to center, where J-Rod will be underneath it, and Speedy O'Neal Cruz will stay at first base. G-Man Choi up next, 2-2 pitch, high inside, 101 fastball, gets him to swing through it, which means it's all down to Rodolfo Castro, who is 0 for 2 on the day. 2-2 pitch to him, inside, busted down on the slider. Suarez makes the grab, and the Mariners win game 1 of this set by a final score of 2-1. Late game, Ty France comes through in the clutch, gives the Mariners a lead off that 2 RBI double back in the 6th, and the Mariners were able to take the lead. You got to feel for Luis Ortiz, though, the Pirates making his first start of the season. He pitched 5 insanely good innings. It's just 1 inning that got him the loss. Kirby gets the win. Munoz now has the AL leading in saves with 20. And the Mariners take game 1. Player of the game, it goes to George Kirby with his 6 innings of work. I probably would have given it to France, but nonetheless, Kirby went 6 strong, striking out 4 with only 1 earned run. We have a trade in baseball. It's probably the biggest trade of the season so far. The Brewers are going to acquire longtime Tampa Bay Ray pitcher Yanni Chirinos for Joey Wiemer. Chirinos has been a great pitcher for the Rays. He's having another pretty solid season, so the Brewers get an anchor in their starting rotation. While the Rays, who've been kind of middle of the road this season, they get a 24-year-old right fielder who hasn't succeeded so far this season, but has potential. It just seems like a Tampa Bay Ray move. We do lose Game 2 to the Pirates by a final score of 4-2. Matt Brash gave up the loss in his 2/3, 2 earned run work of the day. He's been one of our struggling relief pitchers this season. And we do lose Game 3 as well, so we lose 2 of 3 to the Pirates, who now won this one 2-0 as Mitch Keller went 8 1/3 with 0 earned runs. Let's take another look at the waiver wire, and this is an interesting one. The Nationals were kind of purging, it looks like, their 40-man rotation. And one of the guys they put on the waivers is Carter Kieboom, who has a lot of major league experience. He's still only 25. He has yet to put the offense together. I decided not to offer him a waiver claim. I'll think about it. But just very interesting the Nationals are putting him up there out of all players. Next episode, we will have a set against the Yankees at home before going to Texas to face the Rangers, and that'll end the month of May. But thank you guys so much for watching this one. If you enjoyed, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.